Hyper was a cute little kitten who lived in a poor family. She only had a couch and a chair and nothing else. His house was little, and he wished he had a bigger house and where to exercise. Poor little Hyper wanted to go outside and see the birds. They didn't let them. But Hyper had an idea. He wanted his mom to tell him how to build things, and she showed her how. Then they bought things for her because they had a bit of money, and she made a chair. A giant table. Spiker was amazed to see it. For that, and then she also made a lot of things. She made the furniture of the house. Hyper was the one who got the most wishes of the family after she grew up. We didn't know, but it was in the future because he was the one who did the house improvement. Hyper was so tired and he had no beds. So his parents just wanted her to sleep in the fireplace. It was perfect for a kitten because it was kitten-sized. He wanted to play with his mom, and his mom allowed him to go out. She also had to show his kid how to hunt. She found the closest prey, a raccoon. Aw, good girl. Kalia, her mom, and then she went toward the dog. It was even more harder for you. You may need to survive it, Hyper, she said. But it was really a problem for Kalia because she wasn't immortal. She had to keep attacking the dog or running away. And then Hyper grew up like that. Hyper, you're really ready to have a family, she said. You're old enough to have one. Hyper was excited for the event, but he'll miss his family. It's time to say bye to your parents, said Kalia. I can't carry you anymore. But Hyper really liked how he got carried. And he went home. Hyper was rich enough to do his family. So he said bye to his family. He was ready to make a house on his own. He went to random stores to look for things, and now it is time to do what he needs to do. He went and he looked for and built his own house and furniture. Well, he became the richest of the family, but then, after finding his house, he should find his mate. He built his own house. Now it's time for him to make his family. But they didn't know that Hyper was actually a female. Hyper was a female. And he needed a mate. It was time for him to find his mate. Hyper was a female. It's time for her to find her mate now. I found a cat called Joey. Joey, do you want to be my mate? Joey said yeah. Let's be together forever, said Hyper. Let's go home, Joey. We have lots of things to do. Sorry. Then Joey was really slow, but he needed help from Hyper. Going. Then there came Hyper. Hyper? Where are you? Here I'm coming. Okay. Time to kill the dog that I don't really know how to hunt so well. Hyper, can you just attack him? I can't either. He's or attack. Well, she said, but then she had the power to charge. And Hyper told him how to charge to an enemy. Then she already knew how. Looking for her first enemy to charge to, she found a raccoon. She tried charging at it, and she charged to it. And she definitely knew how to charge. Hyper also charged at it. And they both leveled up. It was good. If Joey had her mom, but she was abandoned by her shy children by no reason, because she she was looking for a maid. Things kitten. But she grew up. She didn't have the energy to attack and called Evil for help. Evil was stuck. So, well, Evil, I already know how to hunt. Can you just go home, please? Evil said, yeah. You can go home if you want. First, let's hunt together first, and then let's stop. Okay, deal. Hyper, don't be greedy. Good. Why good? I'm not greedy. Why didn't you let me eat? Said Joey. I'm sorry, Hyper. you Hyper. I was hungry. Okay, let's go home now. What? I don't want you to level up. Hyper. Don't talk to me mean, said Hyper. That's what you get. Hyper also told her to hiss and did her first hiss then. Then she hit at her own enemies after Hyper told him how. Stay here, I'll go hunt for myself because you're so greedy. Why? Why you need help? No, I don't need help. I already have the basic skills for myself. Yui couldn't wait for Hyper to have kittens. Because Yui always wanted to have a kitten. But you won't know. What color will the kittens get? You almost died by attacking two dogs. Yui was right. Hyper was right. She really needed help. Luckily, she left the dog behind while fighting with them. But one was still too strong. But she used her hissing skills in order to attack him. To kill him. For it to leave her alone. Yui was super smart though. He attacked everything he saw on the way. Then she attacked the dog easily because it was in the other side of the building and she risked to not go to that other side. It was almost time for Hyper to get pregnant. Joey was a great hunter too, and she attacked everything what she saw in the way for her own family. Hyper got pregnant at the night. It was time for them to hunt. They went to the jungle, but it was so dark that Hyper could easily get killed. Hyper sniffed and sniffed for the right place to go. She saw a tiger and she was almost ready to attack. She slowly went toward him. And when it was time for it to attack, she attacked it and ran away. She hid behind the plant in order for the tiger to not kill her. It was the perfect hiding place. It was the perfect choice for her. Her shadow was already starting to develop slowly. She also found the rhino, but it was already getting worse. Joey disappeared. But then Joey showed up in the middle of the darkness and started attacking the rhino. Hyper started running to the safest place she could find. And she barely could find no safe place until she found another tree, just like the one she hid when they were killing the tiger. He tried with all her might, but Joey was catching up on her level. Racing Hyper had a high level because Joey was catching up. Run! Exclaimed Joey. But there were two leopards. It was already too much. Joey said, "It's already too much." Hyper was ready. For birth. But she ran as fast as she could, looking for the way to go back home. When she found the teleport, it was already getting... The Mori was already coming when... when they were going home. Hyper had a little kitten. He said, "What shall we name it?" Joey said, "Maybe we should name it Joey Up. I think it's the male." Hyper, check the gender. No, it's a female. What we should name it? QWERTY. And I'll give her an idea. Wait. My friend Cowley made call like that QWERTY. Oh, his name is QWERTY Yopas. Okay. But QWERTY doesn't also seem a good name for a child. We can name her Dinora. Good idea. Said Joey. We can name her Dinora. That's a good name. I was gonna name her Dora, but you got that name Dinora before I got it. Great catch. She looks like Carla, the kitten. Yeah, she does. They were also searching for the perfect clothes for Dinora. They checked and then they found a pretty frog clothes. She said, "This is perfect for her," said Hyper. Dinora was so pretty with those clothes. She really looked like a pretty girl. And she said, Joey doesn't see with those clothes, said Dinora. Well, we need to change it. These clothes are perfect for me, said Joey. Those are perfect for you, Hyper. He looked at one and she said, "No, these are perfect for my mom, but not perfect for me." Why? Because I'm black and one doesn't really like contrast really well. Okay, now I learned it, said Dino. "Do these clothes suit you with me?" said Hyper. Everyone said yeah. Yeah, that clothes is so perfect. Mommy? What? Said Hyper. When are you gonna have a kitten again? I want a little sister later, said Hyper. Hyper wanted to take the kitten outside. What? Why can't I go out? Hyper also showed little Hyper also showed told little Dinora how to hunt. Hyper picked up the phone and the others fight the squirrels, and then they took the food home. Everyone ate. Hyper ate a bit too. Waiting for the others to come and both shared. Stay here, little Dinora. You will take care of you. Why do I need help? Okay. You're going with me, said Hyper. But who's gonna take care of me? Said the Norm. We're gonna see that later. Let's go kill the Colgar boss, said Hyper. You think maybe it's too dangerous? Better don't. Plus, my mom read a book that Colgar boss was called the evil Colgar Kitty. Finally, he smelled. Hyper smelled every speck of scent for the evil Colgar Kitty. Guys, Julie, can you come on? Yeah. There it is. It slightly attacked. It barely attacked Hyper. Greeting Hyper hid behind a rock. Oh no. He jumped through a rock, but it wasn't big enough. It was too big. Hyper barely died. Then she attacked it directly and she died.